What's something men do that unintentionally scare you? Raising their voice. When older men think they can stare at you and you won't notice, but I guess all old people do that regardless of gender. Either way, it's a little more unnerving when an old guy is staring a hole into you. I came here to say shouting at video games and am not surprised that 90% of these comments are saying the same thing. Nothing they'd normally do. One exception, walking behind me in other than the broadest of public daylights, which 99% is by chance, but mostly scares me anyways. When they are super flirtatious / they come on to me without reading my signals or being socially aware. I've been asked out twice before whilst in a bathroom, in the foyer entrance, not the actual ladies. I have no idea why they think this is a good place to pick up women, but there you go. On one of these occasions, the man deliberately followed me in there to get me alone. Both times, however, they stood between me and the doorway. It was quite intimidating for me to have my exit blocked. They didn't intend to intimidate me. They just lacked the awareness of where we were and what I was thinking. Any kind of flirting where I'm in a customer service position and I have to be nice about it to pay my rent feels very trapped. Lots of forms of chivalry like insisting on picking me up for a date, paying for dates, holding doors, etc. seem to just remind me that I'm weaker and poorer than them. It's fine to offer, but if I politely decline, please drop it. Block my exit on purpose. That doesn't sound unintentional. Telling me to smile. It's not just creepy, but I watch a lot of true crime, so I kind of figure dude's a serial killer. Masks have helped a lot. Not taking no for an answer. Insisting that they deserve a chance. Making hints and comments about my dating / marital status. Make comments about how small / short / young I am. Using phrases like feminine touch or a lady's touch. Making comments about how I'll make some man very happy one day. I can't tell you how relieved I am when I'll learn a man is gay or monogamously married. It's as if I can trust them more because they don't have an ulterior sexual motive. Yelling. I don't even really care what they're yelling about, or even whether it's happy yelling versus angry yelling. It's triggering for me because of past abuse and also completely unnecessary in most situations. Relax, I'm not going to bite you. You can talk to me, you know. Not respecting my personal space. Aggressiveness. Raise their voice or shut the door with too much force. Or when they stand in groups on the corners, even if in the middle of the day. Also if they suddenly go quiet. Trying to restrain your hands to stop you from doing anything. Touch me in various places to move me. E.g. placing their hands on my shoulders / hips. I feel so bad, but a group of 3+ men of honestly any age, but personally a group of college-aged men, just standing together chatting / loitering scares me. I really feel bad. It's definitely feelings I have that are left over from high school, but they can be so mean I immediately assume if they've seen me that they're talking about me. And of course if I'm walking alone for whatever reason and see men in a gathered group, I all but have to cross the street or go down a different block to avoid them. I can't take the chance. When a stranger approaches with anything but extreme politeness and formality, also approaching and not stating what he wants right away. A polite "excuse me miss" followed by a specific question is fine. Saying, "yo girl" causes me to automatically get suspicious and sometimes a bit scared. When someone keeps texting even after multiple no responses, I wouldn't say it's scary, but it puts me on high alert. Like, do I have to worry about this guy going next level cray, or will he get the message? Usually they do. Never had anything go dark, but still makes for a sobering experience. Joking while you're trying to have a serious talk about something in sense of them making fun of you for it. Staying silent and not saying how they feel. Like, stop being the immovable rock of stoicism and ask for help. Emotions do not equal failure. The annoying thing is lacking communication and intimacy. The scary thing is not knowing about their mental health. Being stalkery and following you in the streets / stores. Flirty is fine, creepy stalker is not. Flirty following is still a no for me. Men I know, smacking their hands on surfaces, men that are strangers, talking really loud, spitting on the ground. Following me. I usually get my keys out of my pocket, to use as a weapon just in case, if a man walks behind me for more than 5 minutes. When they drive reckless, speeding, cutting people off, swearing and yelling at traffic. It really makes me uncomfortable as the passenger. When they get mad or raise their voice. My parents never had a violent marriage, but I've had a relationship where violence was used. Luckily, I got out, but I had to involve the police. It's an instinct for me to cower and back away. All these questions start popping up in my mind. What if he hits me? Would he be forceful with me? What will happen to me if I stay? Will he kill me if I walk away? Strangers trying to give you massages or asking for hugs, doing weird stuff like sniffing you or touching your hair. Seriously, serial killer vibes. Had a complete stranger bite the scrunchie out of my hair. Completely freaked me out, so I kicked out the bar stool he was on out from under him and threw my drink on him. Creepy AF. Standing in front of the exit, blocking it. But it's mostly only a problem if they are either flirting, arguing, or being aggressive. Sometimes I both notice and feel scared, even if things are totally calm, but mostly it's something I notice only after a man starts coming on to me, or people in the room begin getting angry. Just kidding. When they flex their muscles or show me how strong they are, tease more of a subconscious feeling than straight up fear, but it is there. When they get loud in fights, I'm uncomfortable in all fights, but with a man, that's off the charts. When they raise their voice towards someone else. In fights, when they get closer to me, when they stand up, when they start using their hands while talking, etc. Hand on my throat. I dated a couple guys who would immediately go to like the almost choke placement if you made out with them, and it sends me straight to a panic attack. Anytime they get within 2 feet of me. I am a small girl, even if you have the best intentions, I automatically go into fight mode. Please, for my sake, don't get too close to a girl you don't know. Try to put yourself in her shoes, especially you are on the bigger side. Slam things or respond to things violently / with anger, especially with no warning. Example, computer running too slow? Slam fists down on desk out of nowhere. Drop something? Kick it across the room and swear frustrated? Slam a cabinet door and shake the whole house. Really pissed? Punch a door / wall / appliance / etc. I have known so many men like this, and it makes me freeze, go numb, and try to leave the room as quickly and quietly as possible so it doesn't get directed toward me. Being unnecessarily aggressive in body language. Raising their voice, hitting the table for emphasis, leaning towards someone and speaking in a low voice, grabbing people by the back of their neck, that sort of thing, when the situation is absolutely non-threatening to them. Like if it's a conversation about a movie or pizza. And especially if they act like that towards other men. Grabbing my wrist / arm, standing too close, blocking the exit, yelling crude jokes, dismissing me when I tell them to step back, physically or in speech, encircling me with their group, being drunk. Follow me or somehow always happen to see them everywhere when I originally never did. I see this a ton now that I'm in college. It's like they notice where I'm walking and follow my path. It's even worse when they sit in places I can't actively avoid. I'm sure it harm less, and they might be trying to just see me more or open up opportunities to talk to me, but fuck man. It's weird. If you have a class with me, talk to me there. If we happen to bump into each other, say hi and leave. Don't just follow and hope something happens where you get to talk to me again. Walk to their car at night at the same time I'm walking to my car. I'm sure they just wanna go home like I do, but I become painfully aware that I'm not alone at night, and I make sure they actually get in their own car before I feel relaxed. When they yell, when they aggressively joke with each other, when they heavy hands, like puts the cup down with much force, or slams a door unintentionally, when a stranger man stares, when they, even as a joke, come closer like they want to fight or small. To be honest, I yell sometimes when I am angry, and my boyfriend finds it really intimidating. So I have tried to stop this and realize that he shuts down when I raise my voice. So low-key I am a woman but have a trait often associated with men, because my family is pretty loud, so I'm kinda used to it, but he definitely is not. What I find intimidating. Honestly, if TM out at night and you are a man, you don't really have to do anything. I just generally avoid that in the late hours of the evening because I'm a little scared. But typically anyone drunk is always scarier. Getting too close or into my personal space, especially if we're alone or if it's dark out. Men don't realize how terrifying it is for women when they're suddenly very close to us physically. They might not mean any harm by it, but I become extremely uncomfortable and want to break out into a run. Towering over me unintentionally. It's just random men at the supermarket trying to get something from above me, but I'm a bit short, and a 6-foot-tall figure reaching out above me and blocking the light really makes me feel anxious. No, they don't do it out of malicious intent, for the most part, but really they should just say excuse me so that I move myself and give way for them to get their item.